the anti-trucker. We will return to your scheduled programming shortly, or we are currently experiencing technical difficulty.
Hey YouTube, Michael J. Crawford, the anti-trucker here. And sorry I'm so late. I had a rather extended doctor's appointment today that basically, it was actually a classroom setting at the hospital where there was about 20 of us there and this physical therapist, and it was basically, so you're gonna get your knee replaced. And then they explain all the wonderful things that we get to look forward to in the coming weeks. Obviously, better late than never, as they say in many things. Thomas was first, as usual. Life with Matthew says, greetings, anti-trucker and all. Azine says, hello there, how's your back? Still sucks. Commander Shran says, hello. Darth Maul, he's back. I'm back. We're all back. Okay, John DeMarco says, hello all. Thomas puts a 9 at 99, says, you had us worried. New mega. All right, so let me tell you for just a second about this mega chat, because I want your guys' opinion on this. I genuinely do. I think it came out really, really good. So good, in fact, that I'm considering trying to get Joshua to do this as a regular series, to where what I would do is debut each episode as a mega chat, and then like a week later post it as its own standalone video, and continue to do that on a weekly basis if I can get Joshua to do it. I would be very curious, and that's also assuming that the various participants in this one are willing to do that, which I have a feeling they would be. But this, I think it's freaking awesome. So here it is, guys. In my opinion, so far, the best mega chat of them all.
Spinning Spock has space dyslexia. Next on Six Sad World.
Laura, this sucks. Let's go get some money. Hi. I'm Feces. This is Lorehead. Can we have some money?
Feces? Loreface? What kind of names are those?
My name is Lorehead, sir. Lorehead. Like, my head is full of lore. Get it?
Yeah. And I'm Feces. Like poop.
Anyway, boys, I sure could use a hand from a couple of strong young lads.
Okay.
You see, I've been stuck in this dang old hospital bed for nigh about a decade now, and I can't adjust it quite right. Can you boys reach that lever under the bed?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. Just give it a nice hard yank.
Who said yank?
Yeah.
Hey, baby, come to Lorehead.
Laura, what are you doing with that lever? Come on, man, I want to turn.
Son of a bitch! You stupid kids, you don't ever listen. What the hell am I supposed to do now?
I don't know.
Damn it.
Hello, world. And there it is. And Mercer threw $2 in just as I was switching. And thank you, Mercer, saying, of course, we are one big happy fleet. Ah, Kirk, my old friend. Do you know the old Klingon proverb that says revenge is a dish that is best served cold? It is very cold in space. All right. So that was Feces and Lorehead's first full episode, and featuring, of course, BIRDOPREY and the acting debut of Sassy. And yes, that was in fact Lore Reloaded voicing Lorehead. So so Lore, if you ever see this, thank you. I really appreciate it. And Bird, of course, thank you for your good sense of humor as always. So that's that. I absolutely love that one. I think Joshua really knocked it out of the park. Auntie's hiding again. Well, she's been doing that a lot lately, but you can see her, I guess. So yeah. All right, so let's get back to the chat here. Down with the Dictator Bird and his new Turdistan, aka Old Karoga. Dictator Bird has in his new Turdistan. What's going on there? Dan says, hey, hope you can be happy. I will continue to try, my friend. Night Breeze says, hey, how you doing? Mike Richards is here from Columbus, Ohio. Azine says, hey, Trigger, given anything for the pain yet? Yes, I do have some better pain medication, although mainly because I broke my back. But I'm trying to conserve it. I don't want to take it all now. I'm going to try, because tomorrow I'm supposed to go back to work. We'll see how that goes. Chrono says, yay, anti-time. And Rock Salt says, first to unsubscribe. Well, that's just mean. Carlos here, Life with Matthew, says, you're going to have to get a brace. My dad had to do one for a short time when he first started chemo and it damaged his bones. From what I understand, I will actually need a walker for a few weeks after the surgery. That's going to be really fun. I already feel old enough, but walking around with a walker, yeah. Chronos then says, first. Hector is in the house, says hi. Chrono says, Antrick, how you doing this fine day? I'm hanging in there, my friend. It was a long, long morning, and I got lots and lots to do today because I got to get to work tomorrow, so I got to call every doctor, every insurance company, and all this crap. Plus, I'm way behind on getting that stupid video done, and I'm like, So, yeah. Mike says, glad to see Anti-Tricker in chat. Good to see you as always, Mike. Darren says, Anti-Tricker, you're late. I had to cancel a hot date because of you. I could have gotten laid, damn it. It could happen. At noon? Really? Rocksalt says, don't forget, people, smash the like button, share via social, set chat to live. Don't forget to turn the mic and camera on before streaming. Donate if you can. Join the Patreon. And down with Karoga. Yes, thank you, my friend. Chrono says, your tardiness couldn't be better. Well, good, I guess. So Bird says, so you're going to have a gender change operation. Whoops. Whatever. Is there a reason it's spelled MEGGACHAT instead of MEGGACHAT? Yes. That reason is I am dyslexic and didn't realize I was misspelling it. BIRDOPREY says, have Mrs. A. Trigger right on your junk, not this, and an arrow pointing to your knee. That would actually be hilarious. Groto says, yay, a new super chat. Yes, hope you guys liked it. Those barcode boys is here. Hey, those barcode boys. I always see you over at Bird Stream. Good to see you. And, of course, saying hi to Bird. So, gee, never mind. Live with Matthew is excited that Sassy was there. Hector is laughing. Dan23 says, space dyslexia is dyslexic people trying to spell words from Star Trek. Yes, I guess. And BIRDOPREY saying hi back to those barcode boys. Josh is lolling. Mercer says, of course we are one big happy fleet. Ah, heck. And so, Mercer, thank you so much for the $2. If you do want a super chat, let me know and I will play it. Bird says, funny seeing you here. So I'm talking to those barcode boys. Chrono saying, poor Bird. Darth is saying, nay, lol. Everybody's laughing. Antricker, wow, that MEGGACHAT is ambitious. It's pretty funny. I'm glad you liked it, Darren. Even though I know you don't like the poop humor, I think that came off really, really well. I think that Joshua just knocked it out of the park. And I'm thinking about just putting that up as a standalone video, like maybe at the end of the week or something. But I'm curious to see what you guys think about the idea of trying, and if Josh was up to it, making that into a regular series. You know, who knows? Maybe people will like it. Thomas is laughing. Rock Solid says, son of a bitch. Yes, you can't have a BIRDOPREY video without that. Chrono says, oh, I totally need to see that again. Good. That's Nightbreeze says, this was great. Awesome. John DeMarco says, very nice. Knowing Bird, that was way too calm at the end.
I got him! Great hit!
And Joseph donates €2 through the super chat and says that we should all pitch in to see it again because he doesn't have $10. So there we go. So Joseph started the official pitch for gaining $10 to see that again. So anybody can chip in and add to Joseph's 2. Let's see. Knowing Bird, that was way too calm at the end. Well, Bird didn't like the ending very much, but we'll work on that next time. We actually have a couple ideas for future episodes, including the introduction of a couple of other staple characters from Beavis and Butthead, namely Daria and Mr. Van Dries, and we have ideas for bringing in new versions of both of those characters. Bird must be hung. He's stuck to that wall like a 16-penny nail. Yeah, he should have put a dent in the wall there. Good afternoon, Edtricker. Yes, please convince Joshua to make that a series. See, I'm thinking that could be a pretty successful web series, really. Lore has invited Star. Lore has invited Star? I'm not sure what you mean there, Hector. Last night, I was watching the Orville. If Star should appear, Liam Neeson didn't flex his acting muscle. Was Liam Neeson... Oh, yeah, he was in that one. I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. He didn't really flex his acting muscle. I wanted to speak clearly as Bird when my face stuck against the wall. Yeah, no kidding. Well, the funny thing is that I wrote the dialogue for Bird and Lore and myself to record before we really had it all blocked out to what was going to happen. And so just had a general idea. And basically, the way the process was is that I write the script, I get everybody recorded, I edit it together, then I give it to Joshua to actually turn into an animation, and he throws his own little flair on it. Like, the whole thing with Sassy holding the microphone at the door was completely Joshua's idea, because I was trying to figure out, I didn't know how we were going to do it. I was like, well, here's the problem. They come to Mr. Bird's house and knock on the door, and somebody's got to answer the door, but Bird's bedridden, so how do you do that? And I thought that was a perfect answer. Mercer says, last night I also watched Pre on Orville, and I'm not sure about the time travel logic, but I love the dark antimatter storm. I have to rewatch it, but I think if it's what I'm picturing, yes, that was a very cool effect. Bird, your acting was a little flat, but great. His acting was a little flat, but at the same time, he's supposed to be Mr. Anderson, who also is very flat, except with a southern accent. I mean, the same voice later became Hank Hill for Mike Judge, but Mr. Anderson, well there, boys, I just would like you to go ahead and do this work here for me. And that's pretty much everything he says is just very flat. So I figured Bird was a perfect person to play that. Plus, Bird kind of sort of looks like Mr. Anderson. I keep getting adverts from a fan-made Star Wars film. Fan stuff is kind of fake, so I find it annoying to see. That is kind of weird. Thomas says, later, please check Discord for some intelligence info. I did see that already, Thomas. Sorry I didn't respond, but I've been in that stupid class all morning. But yeah, I did see your intel on that. Interesting developments there. So everyone in the chat right now, do Antitrigger solid. If you haven't done so yet, donate just $1 super chat or Streamlabs. It'll give the finger to YouTube demonetization and support Antitrigger. Thank you, Rock Solid. Were you surprised when they went through the sex change operation on the baby in Orville and About a Girl? I was actually, but I really do appreciate the fact that it was an interesting way to get into the idea of body mutilation, and I know that basically it seemed like they were trying to do like an underhanded jab at circumcision, which I don't really have a problem with, but at the same time, I also, the gender reassignment should not be taken lightly. And I think that that's something that they hopefully got across in that episode to some people. I'm also trying salted caramel ice cream at the same time. Well, that sounds absolutely delicious. Miles is late, unsubbing. Yeah, what's up with that? But Mr. Miles does say first. Josh says, Antchecker is going to be stealing bed life from Bird after the knee surgery. Absolutely. In fact, I'm trying to figure, I don't know how long I'm going to be at the hospital, because they say that depending on how it goes, it can be an outpatient surgery where you literally spend a few hours in the hospital and then go home. Or they'll sometimes keep you 1 or 2 nights. So I don't know exactly how long I'll be there. However, yeah, I'm definitely going to be streaming probably from the hospital after I wake up. And I'll probably do several short streams that day, like maybe do one before the surgery, do one when I first wake up, you know, and then depending on how long I'm going to be staying at the hospital, maybe do one before bed. You know, I don't know. We'll see. Thomas says, always remember 9/11. Absolutely. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. I just wanted to wait until we got into the live stream a little bit before I talk about my 9/11 story, because I don't want to repeat it. Because it honestly does get me a little emotional when I think about 9/11. People get laid at all hours. That's true, Darren. I'm just picturing, well, not picturing, but I'm imagining you. Where would you go at noon to? Yeah, doesn't. Anyway, greetings from Newfoundland, Canada. Hey, Ozzy, good to see you as always. Mr. Miles says a chief engineer is never late, nor is he early. He arrives exactly when he means to.
Hello.
And Night Breeze donates $1. Thank you so much, Night Breeze. Now, the question, though, Night Breeze, is that dollar going towards another run of Beavis or Feces and Lorehead, or is that going for some Hypnoturd? Because I know you love that Hypnoturd, but yeah. Are you getting 4 tennis balls? No, Godspeed. At the most, I would get 2 tennis balls because it's actually a requirement for the walker that the front 2 are wheels. And so 2 wheels, 2 legs. So if anything, you would put the 2 tennis balls on the back legs. And there's Yosef's super chat asking people to chip in to get to $10 so we can see that Feces and Lorehead again. We'll see if we make it. And Cronus is amazed at how original Mr. Miles is. Iron Wolf is saying, hey guys, how you doing, Iron Wolf? Darren says, hey Tricker, you could have made up a reason for MEGGACHAT on the spot and I would have bought it. You didn't have to clobber me by weaponizing your dyslexia. Now I have guilt. No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to weaponize my dyslexia, but honestly, that's the reason. I misspelt it and I didn't realize I misspelt it. So don't think of it as me trying to be a jerk. It's just the truth. I did misspell it and I didn't realize I misspelt it until you put that comment in. You know? So... well, that's how it goes. Chronos saying hi to Iron Wolf. Godspeed. Oh, and there goes the chat. Sorry, I hate when the chat jumps. Man, I'm already behind. Since you have a walker, go to your lawn and scream at the clouds and kids, get off my lawn. Go inside, tell Joshua, back in my day, I had to play with a rock and share a stick. You got it. I'm going to do that. Let's see. And Mr. Miles says he's putting all his originality and creativity in the top 5 worst video yet. I can't wait to see that, too. Scientific Lens says, great work, Josh and Mike. I would love to see it as a serialized miniseries with all the Anti-Tricker universe characters. I think it could be a lot of fun. Live with Matthew says, I like the series ideas. Send him to Vile Mike and the Vile Child next.
Hello.
And Kronos donated $5, says, need my new super chat fix. So, okay, we are now, so we have $5 from Kronos, $1 from Nightbreeze, and $2 from Yosef. So that brings us all the way up to 8. We only need 2 more bucks, and we can see Feces and Lorehead one more time, which I know you guys want to. Nightbreeze says, a series would be interesting. Hashtag MePoo. I think so. I think a series could take this channel to the next level, quite frankly. I think it's that good. But I could be completely wrong, and nobody will watch any of them ever. However, I get the feeling that I think that the time is right for something like this. A couple of very politically incorrect characters doing politically incorrect things, and I can make my social commentary through Feces and Lorehead, and people would find it less offensive than just talking about, you know, SJWs and crap like that. Springtime retracted his message, which makes me wonder what it was. Chrono says, I'm still waiting for the insane Care Bear to show up again. Oh, yeah, we'll have to bring them in. And I see Life with Matthew threw $2 into the super chat, said, let's go ahead and see it again. You got it. So Godspeed, before we do, says, when Bird was flattened, he should have squeaked. I didn't think of that. Dang it. I should have thought of that. Now I'm mad.
Spinning Spock has space dyslexia. Next on Six Sad World.
Laura, this sucks. Let's go get some money. Hi. I'm Feces. This is Lorehead. Can we have some money?
Feces? Loreface? What kind of names are those?
My name is Lorehead, sir. Lorehead. Like, my head is full of lore. Get it?
Yeah. And I'm Feces. Like poop.
Anyway, boys, I sure could use a hand from a couple of strong young lads.
Okay.
You see, I've been stuck in this dang old hospital bed for nigh about a decade now, and I can't adjust it quite right. Can you boys reach that lever under the bed?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. Just give it a nice hard yank.
Who said yank?
Yeah.
Hey, baby, come to Lorehead.
Lore, what are you doing with that lever? Come on, man, I want to turn.
Son of a bitch! You stupid kids, you don't ever listen. What the hell am I supposed to do now?
I don't know.
Damn it.
Man, I gotta say that is so freaking good. And so let's see here. I'm still waiting for this insane Care Bear to show up. Yes, we do need to do that. I already read that. Greetings, Army Brats, says RMP. I didn't know we had Army Brats here. The ice cream I just tried was so-so. I won't eat that again. I don't get why people rave over salted caramel. I don't know if Mrs. Antrigger likes salted caramel, actually. I'm not a big fan of it, but whatever. Springtime says, good morning from all of us on lunch break. I'm sorry I had to catch your lunch break, Springtime, but thank you for joining us from the American Great White North. Sassy is a better actor than Bird. Well, duh. He sneezed and it came out his knee. Okay. No Mama Pray unsubbing. Well, come on now. I think it came out pretty good. Corona says propane rocks. That's right, propane and propane accessories. Propane grenades. And Crona's like, wow, that escalated quickly. Yeah, propane to propane grenades. What is Auntie doing? Auntie, for whatever reason, has decided to take a snooze outside of her bed. She does that. Chrono says, ouch, my nads! One pill makes you larger, one pill makes you small. Jefferson Airplane. As you made that comedy clip, do you think you will enjoy the humor of Star Trek Lower Decks? Well, here's the thing, Dan. I may think some of the jokes are funny, but I will probably not be convinced that this is appropriate to put on the Star Trek brand. That's the thing. Like, for example, like the Feces and Lorehead short that we just watched a couple of times. I think it's pretty funny. Does that mean I want on Star Trek Lower Decks for there to be a walking, talking piece of crap walking around the ship? No. Yes, that's funny, but it's not right for the Trek franchise. Mr. Miles says, top chat to live chat, peoples. Yes. By letting a sex change op go through an Orville, it has allowed them to look a lot deeper into it, and they've not put child transitions in a good light. That surprised me. Yeah, me too. And Carlos says, hello, I did my part. You did. I've never seen Beavis and Butthead or going to. Well, it's just like that. Dan, you just saw a Beavis and Butthead episode. Joseph says, just stream the surgery. Actually, funny story, they actually did cover during our class today that we're not allowed to take pictures or video of any hospital staff. And because that would be a violation of their privacy. So unfortunately, you can't do that. Thundercat says, please, your family is getting your finally getting your cyborg operations. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Glad to see Anti-Checker in chat. Hey, dude named Clem. Good to see you, my friend. And I can never pronounce your name right. Hedgehogger, having daydreams about night things in the middle of the afternoon. Having daydreams about night things in the... Is that like a song lyric? Because that sounds familiar. Nightbreeze saying, donate to the fund. All right, well, yep, we did that. Let's see. Mr. Miles talking to Yosef. Let's see. Oh, so let's see. Oh, as far as the surgery, that would get his channel into trouble. It's too violent for YouTube. I have no doubt. Yeah, if I actually showed them cutting my leg and stuff, yes. And I'll be unconscious, so it's not like it'll be exciting to look at my face during the surgery. It'll be just like for however long it takes them. Could we get a hypno feces super chat? Well, we have the hypno turd, but yeah, I'm gonna make one eventually. But actually, I think the hypno turd is actually going to be promoted to marketing, and so which Mr. Miles is going to be taking over the hypno turd in the very near future here. Which reminds me, I got to get that stupid recording done for you. Has anyone found a spelling error in a novel? Yeah, but it's been a long time. You should find a way to live stream the operation. Yeah, I don't think that would be particularly... Besides, I'll be unconscious. The surgeons are just going to be saying technical terms. I can't show you the actual incision because that would violate YouTube terms of service. So there wouldn't be anything to see. Darren says, seriously, Joshua's been getting better by leaps and bounds. That mega chat demonstrates it. Oh, I agree. Would Daria officially be diarrhea? Diarrhea? No, actually, we were thinking of, well, you see, if I tell you that, it'll spoil the surprise. We actually do have a plan for Daria, but it's not diarrhea or anything, although that is funny. But we already have feces, so we don't need to make everybody into poop. Trust me, you'll like it. Light with Matthew says, go ahead, let's see it again, which we just did. Chrono says, oh, come on, play the bloody thing. Jeez. Mr. Ross says, Andrew will reject it anyway with a smirk comment and honesty. It does not mean that seriously anyway, but I get your point. YouTube would not like it. Well, yes. Oh, talking about the surgery thing, I know. It's like sometimes doing a video on Star Trek episode and putting the episode number in the title and getting it wrong because the pilot episode may be considered as 1 or 2 episodes. Yeah, it's funny that can be annoying. I only imagine what me in this Mega Chat universe would be about. That'd be a tough one. I don't know where I would put you, Darren. Chrono says, yay. Darth Maul says those tennis balls should be red like buzzer collectors from the Enterprise. Bazaar collectors for the Enterprise. And if the color of the walker is gray, you should be walking with the Enterprise. In fact, I think one thing that would be cool. And Springtime throws $2 in, says Star Trek used to be a family show, remember? Yeah. Yeah, I do remember. That's sad. I was thinking, Darth Maul, it would be really cool, and I wish I could do this. I would, if I could, get a walker with legs that look like the Imperial Walker. I think that would be really cool. But, that would take a lot of work and stuff that I'm not going to do. Godspeed says, do you think wokeness SJWs are going away? I notice they're honestly getting dumber. I think all the smart ones have left it. I don't think it's going away, but I do think it is suffering. And Kronos puts in a buck, wants the hypno turd with vocal fry. You jerk. All right, give me a couple minutes, Kronos, and I will do that. Anyway, Godspeed, I don't think they're going away, but I think that as time goes on, they will lose their impact. And they're beginning to attack each other even because they're so desperately looking for things to be offended of. They're becoming offended of the wrong things, such as the fact that they were all offended about the gay guys from It Chapter 2 when they actually should have been celebrating the gay guys in It Chapter 2. But, SJWs are a cowardly and superstitious lot. Mr. Rouse says, hey, Terry, you want to do an animated series right after YouTube says they're going to target videos that kids would find appealing. Well, that's why, yeah, I know that's the irony in that is not lost on me because I did think about that, but I think it's so good. And what I would do is put a disclaimer at the beginning of it saying this is not a children's video. That way it wouldn't be confused and, it would be very clear. Let's see. Bad choice of words, but I can't remember the right one, says Yosef. Something to do with your conversation with Mr. Miles. And Rock Solid So it's $2 in, wants to see the feces and Lorehead, says gotta see it one more time. So Rock Solid is donating to the feces and Lorehead. Now, Springtime didn't specify, I don't think, from his super chat, a super chat. So that would put us up to $4. So we need 6 more to get another feces and Lorehead run. But let me see. I'm just going to do the ones comments addressed to me for a minute because I'm so far behind. Do a feces and Lorehead aboard the Discovery. Well, notice that the Disco was on their TV. They were watching Discovery. I'm definitely Discovery will show up from time to time on there. Dan throws me in the chat. Mercer says, use my super chat reward from earlier. Okay, so you know what? I didn't count that one, did I? So I'll count that. So that brings us up to, and even though I know you meant for the other one, but it's okay. We already went through that one. So we were at 4, so now we're at 6. We only need 4 more, thanks to Mercer, and we can see it again. Bird likes the pain. He probably does. Watching this hurts my back. Was that talking turd a Confederate? No. Lucky, by the way, Lucky Ned Pepper, I don't remember seeing you before, so welcome if you're new. No, the talking turd was just a stupid talking turd. Chrono says, we have a new classic on our hands. I tell you, I do love that. Stupid kids, what am I supposed to do? Hang around? Yeah, I'm glad he didn't say that. BIRDOPREY 5's underwear choice was spot on. Yes, I love that. That was another thing that was entirely Joshua. I didn't know he was going to do that. I didn't know I figured he'd be in pajamas or something, but that was freaking hilarious. Yes. Tiki. And I just, hold on. Okay. Tiki says, is Bird going to be the stand-in for Hank Hill guy in Beavis and Butthead? That is absolutely correct. So he is Mr. Bird instead of Mr. Anderson, but yes. He is the official, assuming the Bird will continue doing voiceovers for it, Bird is going to forever be Mr. Bird, which is their equivalent of Mr. Anderson. Mr. Miles says, saying Lower Decks isn't right for Star Trek because of its style. It's not like saying Family Guy's Star Wars spoofs aren't right for Star Wars, and those are better than the recent movies. That's an interesting comment, Mr. Miles, but here's the difference. The Family Guy Star Wars spoof is just that, a Star Wars spoof. Lower Decks is actual Trek, not a Star Trek spoof. Not like it's not like they're doing like other cartoons of Phineas and Ferb on the Enterprise or something silly like that where they're just making fun of Star Trek. No, this is actual Star Trek, like Star Trek the Animated Series and Star Trek The Next Generation and now Star Trek Lower Decks. So it is a Star Trek series. Nightbreeze says, walking piece of crap. Isn't that just Michael Burnham? Well, technically, yes. And don't worry, Kronos, I didn't forget about your request. So let me get that going before I do forget.
We got it.
All hail the Hypno Turd. The Hypno Turd is the best turd ever. You have to give your money to the Hypno Turd. Otherwise, the toxic men will win. So give your money, because I'm the best ever.
Whew. There you go, Kronos. Oh, man. All right, so where was I? Walking piece of crap, isn't that just Michael Burnham? Yeah, and notice there is a Michael B. Must Die picture behind on the wall at Feces and Lorehead's place. I saw a logo for Lower Decks. It looks like the TNG logo with blue writing, and how it's positioned, I'm not sure that was official. I don't know. I haven't seen it. Where did you get your ink at and when? Well, I've gotten it. Let's see, where I got several in Portland, Oregon, and I got several here in Middle Tennessee. When is spread out over many, many years. So, for example, this one is the Hebrew number 23, which my wife and I both have on our wrists. We got it on our 23rd anniversary. Others like the tick here. I got probably about 5 years ago. These are a little more recent. The Klingon glyph on my back, on the back of my neck, which is actually a really nice tattoo. I got probably about 10 years ago, but it's hard to see. And so, yes. Lucky Nerd Ned Pepper says, anti-drugger car wreck was an inside job. Yes, it was an assassination attempt by Korogan spies, but they failed miserably. They didn't stop to realize that ramming into an F-250 with a little Ford Fusion not going to kill the person in the F-250. And actually, the kid that was in the Ford Fusion is lucky to be alive because I managed to avoid him coming straight into the truck and help. And now Mike Breeze puts another $1 in once the Hypnoturd without the vocal fry. What is up with you guys? But, alright.
All hail.
Oh, wait, we need music for this one.
All hail the Hypnoturd. You must love the Hypnoturd. For the Hypnoturd is love. The Hypnoturd is life. The Hypnoturd knows you. For the Hypnoturd is in you. You cannot escape the Hypnoturd. The Hypnoturd knows everything in your brain. You must give to the Hypnoturd.
There you go. Hey, Breeze. Thomas says, oh no, I got a call from my social security number's been canceled. Fricking spammers. Yeah, I got that exact same call, Thomas, yesterday, in fact. The walking piece of crap, something from South Park. Well, that's was it Hanky? Sounds like Star Trek TNG Night Terrors. Springtime reminds us with the Super Chat. Star Trek used to be a family show. Yeah, unfortunately. Now, family show means Klingon women raping men and, you know, this is effing awesome. Yeah. There's a real thing in America called the Surgery Channel. That's true, but the Surgery Channel is not YouTube. And with YouTube, it's funny because YouTube has their funny way of selectively applying the rules. Because, for example, they'll say, oh, you can't have nudity on your channel. However, they allow nudity on some channels, right? And they say, oh, but it's for artistic or creative or educational purposes, even though it's not. It's just so that, you know, even though it's like, yeah, it's just, it's... Ugh. And Kronos says, the moths have returned. I'm sorry for you, Kronos, but happy for my wallet. Mr. Miles says, I still have to, let's see, let's see, Josh says, oh, having Mr. Miles in charge of Hypnoturd is going to go mad with the power more than he already has. And Mr. Ross says, if only I still have to prod Anti-Trigger to record the lines. I know, I'm so sorry, Mr. Miles. You know it's been a rough week, but I'm going to do that today for you. I got you the base Hypnoturd animation, although you're going to probably want to change the text around him. But yeah, I do need to get you a few things recorded. What in tarnations is a sex change? Well, that's when you change your sex from one to the other. You know, that's all it is. Can you use the turd so no one has... you can use the turd so no one has copyrighted it? Well, no, apparently not. Got to get the feces of Lorehead one more time, says Rock Solid. Right, we just need to get 4 more bucks into the Super Chat, and we will play it. Name can be pronounced like Tyrannosaurus. Ramosaurus. Okay, I see, I suck with some of these names, so thank you, Darth Maul. Being called a jerk is a badge of honor. Around here, yes, it can be, or it could just mean that you're a jerk. You jerk. Anyone here seen Bill Burr's last stand-up paper tiger? I have not. Uncle Remus is here, says, hey, Tricker, when you go for surgery, make sure you write on your knee with a marker which knee to cut and which knee not to cut. Doctors made weird mistakes, just saying. That's not a bad idea. Just write not this one on the knee that they're not supposed to be cutting. Let's see. Chrono says, let's see. Mercer says, make Nermal into a Super Chat character. Well, I need to figure out what kind of character Nermal would need to be. but maybe eventually we will. Chris is in the house, says Turtistan. Welcome, Chris. Dan says, yeah, I was listening to a radio interview this morning where a rapping beatbox guy was promoting his new music, but they couldn't play the track because it had adult content, so he did a family version. Yeah, that's not family. That's just edited so that it's not offensive. So, yeah. And then he says 1922 UK. Not sure what you mean there, or is that the name of the artist or something, or is that just you giving the time in the UK right now, which that would make sense because it was at 1:22. If you can find cardboard cutout of the Imperial Walker, you can put it around the Walker. That's true. The Joker is getting hate for depicting persons with disabilities in a bad light. There's no end to it. Yeah, I know. And that's the funny thing. It's like, now you're not going to be able to say someone is psychotic, right? Because there are people who are psychotic who suffer from psychoses that are not homicidal maniacs. And so they're going to say, oh, well, movies are just making it out that everybody who's psychotic is a killer. And that's just not true. Fine, that's absolutely factual that you're right. Not everybody who is psychotic is a homicidal maniac. That being said, if you are psychotic, you're probably more likely to be a homicidal maniac than if you are not psychotic. But even beyond that is that, I'm sorry, but it's a good storytelling trope to use mental disease as as an excuse for someone snapping and doing something crazy. If you can't say they're crazy, then whatever. All right. I know, got to get caught up in the chat. I'm way behind. Josh, how long until we get the movie Feces and Lorehead do Karoga? That'll be a while. Wouldn't the Joker be eligible for the Americans with Disabilities Act if he still managed KFC? He would have to hire the Joker and make accommodations for the Joker to work in his restaurant. Yeah, let's see. Mr. Rouse, answering about Star Wars and Star Trek. Yes, the Family Guy Star Wars is a spoof, but it's better than the real Star Wars in recent years. Yeah, I know, but my point is that Lower Decks is not a spoof of Star Trek. It is actual Star Trek, and that's why it's inappropriate. If Family Guy Star Wars was considered Star Wars canon in any way, shape, or form, then I would hate that fact. And Kronos donated $10. Can we see all of Bird's chats? All right, well, there are 2 bird chats. This one is not officially a bird chat. This one is officially a mega chat, but I'm sure you mean that one too. But you know what? I am feeling... for whatever reason, maybe it's just the medication or something, I'm feeling generous. So yes, we will watch all the bird chats just for you.
Captain's log, stardate 44307.3. I'm preparing to leave by shuttlecraft for Pentaris 5, where I've been asked to mediate a dispute among the Salinite miners, a contentious group, unfortunately prone to violence. But first, I must deal with a situation of a far more personal nature.
What better way to get first-hand experience?
Captain, I'm picking up a general distress signal from BIRDOPREY 5.
On screen.
Feel the fire, feel my love inside you so bright. There's the sound and the smell of love on my mind. I'm your toy, come play with me. Say the word now. Wrap your legs around me. Ride me tonight.
My love is a fever, longing still for that which longer nurseth the disease.
I'm a man, I'm a goddess, I'm a man, I'm a virgin, I'm a man, I'm a blue movie, I'm a man, I'm a bitch, I'm a man, I'm a geyser, I'm a man, I'm a little girl, and we'll make love together. This sounds very pedo-ish.
In faith, I do not love thee with mine eyes, for they in thee 1,000 errors see, but 'tis my heart that loves what they despise, who, in despite of view, art pleased to dote. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate.
What? Oh my god.
When I have plucked the rose, I cannot give it vital growth again. It needs, must wither.
Why are you saying these things? Music to make love to an old ladybug.
You wonderfully jealous fool, you.
Wow, well that's basically rape. That is rape as a song. Congratulations. I gotta go turn myself in.
This is the story of the unsung hero of the Klingon Empire, Joe.
Hello, world.
Joe was the only Klingon in history to dare to call Captain James T. Kirk a coward and live. Joe not only fought the mighty Captain Kirk to a standstill, he also beat the legendary Montgomery Scott in hand-to-hand combat.
I got him! Great hit!
Joe had a plan to overthrow his commander, Kang, by tricking Kang into fighting against Kirk. But the fight was interrupted by several Starfleet officers. Joe then made the mistake of trying to fight Spock in hand-to-hand combat. Spock used a Vulcan nerve pinch on Joe, causing severe nerve damage. It was years before Joe could even speak again. To this day, Joe has been unable to walk. However, he has managed to build up a strangely successful singing career.
Alamarine, count to 4, Alamarine, then 3 more. Alamarine, if you can see, Alamarine, you'll come with me. Alamarine, count to 4, Alamarine, then 3 more. Alamarine, if you can see, Alamarine, you'll come with me. Alamarine, count to 4, Alamarine, then 3 more. Alamarine, if you can see, Alamarine, you'll come with me. Alamarine, count to 4, Alamarine, then 3 more. Alamarine, if you can see, Alamarine, then you'll come with me.
Thanks, Joe, for being an inspiration for every brain-damaged Klingon out there.
Ah, yes, Joe, the brain-damaged Klingon. But you know, the ultimate appearance of Joe is his most recent.
Spinning Spock has space dyslexia. Next on Sick Sad World.
Laura, this sucks. Let's go get some money. Hi. I'm Feces. This is Lorehead. Can we have some money?
Feces, Loreface. What kind of names are those?
My name is Lorehead, sir. Lorehead, like my head is full of lore. Get it?
Yeah. And I'm Feces. Like poop.
Anyway, boys, I sure could use a hand from a couple of strong young lads.
Okay.
You see, I've been stuck in this dang old hospital bed for nigh about a decade now, and I can't adjust it quite right. Can you boys reach that lever under the bed?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. Just give it a nice hard yank.
Who said yank?
Yeah.
Hey, baby, come to Lorehead.
Lore, what are you doing down lever? Come on, man, I want to turn.
Son of a bitch! You stupid kids, you don't ever listen. What the hell am I supposed to do now?
I don't know.
Damn it.
There we go, a little BIRDOPREY marathon there. Thanks to you guys. All right, let me get back into this because I'm way the heck behind. Darth Maul says, I can't post a link to the walker in the chat. Well, that sucks, but you can, Darth, send it to me on Discord. Let's see, Josh saying BIRDOPREY needs to update the super chat list. That's true. So basically, Star Trek Lower Decks is Star Trek Family Guy. Hopefully it's that good. And I'm not a big Family Guy fan. Andrew, I went into a half dozen tattoo parlors worldwide when I was in the Navy and walked out of every single one without a tattoo. I just don't like being more easily identifiable. Well, I can understand that. Well, of course, nowadays, though, Darren, so many people have ink that you're more identifiable for not having a tattoo. And you should probably shave your beard, too. They'll be able to identify my corpse by the serial number on the plate in my head anyway. Well, okay. I didn't know you had a plate in your head. Kronos says he never understood tats. Well, they're just a form of expression. I can help with voiceovers. I could do a few voices, too. Well, rock solid. If there is a particular character from the Beavis and Butthead world that you would like to be featured as, we'll talk. Don't let Ant Trigger fool you guys. These tattoos on his arms are actually from his time in service to the System Lords, Jaffa Kree. Yeah, that's what it was. Let's see. Oh, and then Mercer put in an image of something. Oh, the Lower Decks thing. So this is what you're talking about. It helps if I hit the right button. Yeah, I don't know if that's official or not, but could be for real, could be fake. Either way, I'm not looking forward to the show. Gary Hinton says, hi, Enter, I've been missing you. Well, thank you, Gary, and I missed you too, my friend. It's always good to see you when you show up. Yosef says, Enter, there is a channel where a lady dermatologist squeezes and cuts pimples. Yeah, and you know what? And the thing is that is a violation of YouTube terms of service, but YouTube will look the other way if the person is driving lots of traffic. That YouTube is completely and utterly hypocritical when it comes to this kind of stuff because they put out these rules. And so if I, for example, start putting videos of pimple popping, which don't worry, I have no intention of doing because I think that's disgusting. But if I were going to put out videos of that, YouTube could flag my channel, say you violated the terms of service, kick me off of the internet forever, even though there's probably a dozen channels that do that. And they'll just say, well, but you were breaking the rules. So, yeah, whatever. All right, and back to, man, I'm so far behind. Unless they change your chromosomes, there is no such thing as a sex change. That's true. There's only a superficial appearance change. And Mr. Miles says, I'm a jerk, just a jerk. That's very true. Godspeed says, I laugh, Lucky Charms here for a box, 5 to 8 euros. Wow, that's a lot. Oh, man, missing this, doing yard work. Oh, I'm sorry, Wesley, even though you're probably long gone because, man, this was, yeah, I'm like 11 minutes behind or so. Sometimes when trying to report something on YouTube or social media, you feel that it doesn't fit one of the tick boxes you're given and you end up not reporting it. Yeah, I know. Anti-Dog found the bed. Oh, she did. That's funny. I didn't hear her move. Or right on both knees, not this knee, the other knee. That would be hilarious, but yeah. Actually, you can't, but you know, they do tell you can't do that. If you actually, like, if you grabbed a Sharpie and wrote on your knee, they would reschedule your surgery. They do make it very clear that you're, like, in fact, if you get bitten by a mosquito on your knee the day before you go in for surgery, they will reschedule the surgery. You can't have anything on your knee. My sister said my mother in a wheelchair who can take 2 steps if she wanted to, could walk a mile to the doctor's into town. She can do what she wants. She is otherly abled. My sister is an SJW. Your sister is insane. I mean, at least from what I understand. Why? Why would someone do this to us? Because you don't like Bird of Prey now? Dan says, not everyone who has a condition has it in the same way as everyone else. Sometimes you can have the same problem, but in a different way. Very true. Very well said. And, you know, it's like, for example, a lot of people don't understand what schizophrenia is, right? And because all they know is that in movies, schizophrenics are almost always killers and frequently suffer from multiple personalities and stuff like that. And it's like that's not schizophrenia. So, Marlena is laughing because Marlena is here, and good to see you as always, Marlena. And then now I'm only reading the ones addressed to me unless I catch something on the way that I didn't, but you know what I'm saying. Bruce throws $4.99 into the super chat without a comment, but thank you, Bruce. You are truly a gentleman and a scholar. Alexander, my favorite crazy Canadian-Russian hybrid who can't speak proper English and loves Asian Muslim women born in the USSR, as well as 7 of 9, and Aunt May, the MCU Aunt May Naked, is in the house and says, I'm in Mandarin courses. I can hear, but I support. Well, thank you, Alexander, and I hope that your Mandarin courses go very well. I don't speak a lick of Mandarin, so good luck with that. And Roxanne says, my eyes, my eyes. Kongu is in the house. Good to see you. Tom says, Bird's birthday is coming up in November. You should do something special for him then. I didn't realize that. Bird, I did not know your birthday was in November. When is your birthday if you're still here, Bird? I'm just curious. And Marlena is dying. Well, I hope not. Darth Maul says, I love the fact that your wife has moments of laughter breaking through her ACR recording. It was hard for her to read that and keep a straight face. It really was. Who's the guy with glasses? That would be BIRDOPREY 5, fellow YouTuber and good friend of this channel, but also an evil dictator of a nation known as Karoga. The Karogans are some of the most abused people on the planet. Lee Crystal says, sorry, must have gotten a children's channel. Well, you know, that's YouTube's whole thing, yeah. So, but there's comments, so it must not be a children's channel. I'm confused. Dan says, I believe they released a new book about Star Trek the Animated Series, some kind of official guide. Oh, cool. I did not know about that, but I do. Actually, Star Trek the Animated Series is so well written. I mean, it's probably one of the best written children's shows ever made. And people don't realize how well written it is because there are some serious good stories in there. Yes, there's some that are stupid, but there are some seriously good stories in there. And Yosef, talking about Bird of Prey, fellow YouTuber, great guy. Let Ant Tracker talk about him, or did I just make an ass of myself introducing you to Bird of Prey 5? No! Thomas, you're the one that said Ant Tracker should do something for Bird's birthday. Okay. I'm not sure why you said that. Darren says, you didn't get your money's worth out of Lore's voice acting for the new MEGGACHAT. Does that guy ever not suck? Well, you know, Lore and Bird are not professional voice actors, as you can clearly tell. Antrigger, there's a news story about Star Trek and the N-word going on right now. Yeah, I heard about that. That one of the writers, I guess, said the N-word in the writing room and got fired. And then I read how the context of him using it. And this particular writer was black and was telling them a story about an actual incident involving a police officer referring to black people as the N-word. But he didn't, and so he didn't get fired, I should say. He was, basically talked to by human resources over it. And he said, oh, really? Really? That's an HR thing? Bye. He quit. And I don't blame him one bit. And that's just one more example of the SJW thing. First of all, them eating each other. They're going after their own. I mean, the last thing you want to... I mean, he was an on-staff writer for CBS All Access Star Trek. Do you really think the guy was some right-wing lunatic? No. Okay, he was one of you, and he was talking about the abuse that the black people in this country suffered at the hands of police. You know, Black Lives Matter, all that crap. And so you are going to hang this guy for telling a story about the brutality that he's been through? What is wrong with you people? Darren says, sure, I have a plate in my head. Both my eyes are ceramic, too. Well, that I would believe. Why? I don't know. Ramasaurus says, lewd, crude, and tattooed. I like that. And let's see. Thundercat says, Twitch will let you do pimple popping videos if you wear a bikini and dance. Well, I'm not going to wear a bikini, dance, or do pimple popping on this channel. Sorry, that's not going to happen. However, I might try to talk Mrs. Anti-Checker into, I mean, the bikini and dancing and stuff, then yeah, that would be, yeah, we do pretty well. If you write on the other knee, not the one they're going to cut, they should not mind. You're saving them a big settlement if they fuck up. You're right. However, here's the thing. I would rather have them cut the wrong knee and get that big settlement. Just say it. If they decide, if I go in there and then I come out and they say, well, we've successfully removed one of your kidneys, I'd be like, awesome, I just got rich. Hector says, which one has less hair, your knee or Captain Foley's chest? Oh, Captain Foley's chest, definitely. My knee is not hairy, but it's, you know, it's not like silky smooth like, you know, Captain Foley. It's just bizarre. And Thomas is throwing Bird's channel into the chat because he wants people to suffer. Normal white-aged males are the ones to watch out for. Normal white middle-aged males are the ones to watch out for. Okay. And Bird says, November 13th. Oh, you were born on the 13th. Was it a Friday the 13th when you were born? I just got to know. It probably was. It must have been. In fact, that's got to be a super chat right there. Ramasaurus says, been under the knife many times. Your doctor will sign the area he will operate on prior to, and you will confer it. Yeah, I know. And they're actually very careful of where they were, you know, the hospital that I'm going to. They're very good, very professional, and they clearly do care about making sure that they don't screw it up. Marlena's dying of laughter. All right, just make sure you're okay. Antrigger, in Good Trek, I think we should hear what happened after Voyager and say to Neelix, Admiral Janeway was in charge of crap. It's political. To the president would have thrown her in jail after. Well, that wouldn't happen, but yeah. I think we, you know what, we just need good Star Trek. That's what we need. That's all I want, is just good freaking Star Trek. Is that really, really too much to ask for? BIRDOPREY says, you can get to my channel via, gives the link to his channel, because it was created so long ago, YouTube still did that for everyone. Not sure what you mean. Godspeed says, Antrigger, the reports. Yeah. Multi-Gunman says, hi, Antrigger, how's it going? Well, I spent several hours this morning being educated about my upcoming surgery. That was incredibly exciting. Mrs. Antrigger was there with me because they do require that you bring a family member so that you have at least 2 people in your household that know what's going on. But, you know, that was boring, and now I'm streaming, and then after that, I got a call 3 insurance companies, my supervisor, a bunch of people, because I was supposed to go back to work tomorrow, and unfortunately, yeah, I'm just gonna have to work tomorrow, and I don't know, man. It's gonna suck. Bird is shilling. Well, as long as he's shilling for himself, that's okay. Darren says, Entry, I never watched the animated series. I think I've only seen one, the one with the Aztec flying serpent in it, Kubla Khan. Yes. How much sharper than a serpent's tooth is the name of that episode, I believe. And you really should. There's a few episodes that are just really, really good. Oh gosh, I'm trying to remember. There's one that's very well known, of course, where you find out about Spock's childhood. That I think that one actually won a Hugo Award. But it's definitely worth checking out. Harry Mudd shows up in the animated series. Cyrano Jones shows up in the animated series. They do bring Tribbles back. We also learn that we get to see what a Tribble's natural predator is. There's a lot of good stuff. Is that the tail end of the Planet Killer from the Doomsday Machine on your back shelf? Yes, in fact it is, Aaron. It's got turned a little bit. But Mrs. Anti-Checker gave me that model Doomsday Machine as a birthday present this year. So, yeah. BIRDOPREY reprimanded by HR, yes. For saying the N-word in a factual story in a writer's room, yeah. I guarantee that as liberal as Mosley is, I'm willing to bet he came off as right-wing to the SJWs in that Discovery writer's room. Maybe, but it's just such a, that's such a insult. And I'm sorry, you know what? If you're dealing with someone who's been through, particularly, and I'm sorry, it's true. If you're talking to a black person who was around during the 60s, during the civil rights movement, particularly in an area of the country that had to deal with racial issues head on, you know what? Let them tell the damn story. It's history. Please don't shave your beard this November. Your chin is scary. I don't plan on it. I may have to trim the beard, but I don't plan on shaving unless I have to. Do you shampoo your beard hair? No. I do wash it, but I don't shampoo it. I just put like some soap in it. Just wait to hear about the lesbian penguins raising baby penguin at the London Zoo has decided not to name or assign a gender to it. Yes, it's real. Wesley says, I missed this whole live stream. Darn yard work. Well, the best thing about that, Wesley, is you can rewind it and watch it, and then you will get to see Feces and Lorehead a couple of times. And it is so freaking good. Josh says, I told Thomas that Bird only wants Turdistan's unconditional surrender for his birthday. Thomas said we will never surrender. That's why I say Thomas is the one that said you should. Oh, I see. No, well, we're not going to surrender. Maybe we'll be nice to Bird and let him think he won for a minute. I thought he said GGA, not GGR, and was fired. No, he quit. Because he was reprimanded by Human Resources for using the N-word, even though in the context of where he's using it was appropriate. And Admiral Saval throws $50 into the chat. Thank you so much. Show all the super chats, Uber chats, mega chats, BIRDOPREY. Whoa, hold on. I'll do some math here, but give me a couple of minutes when I'll get to it in just a couple minutes. I'll tell you what, Admiral, we'll finish the live stream because I got to wrap up here in a minute anyway. We'll finish the live stream with our marathon super chats, and of course we'll finish that with the best one of them all, the Feces and Lorehead that just came out. You're getting any kind of settlement from the kid who hit you? I remember he broke your back. Well, still working. That's one of the phone calls I have to make is to his insurance company, and basically if they don't have some kind of answers to what's going on, then I'm going to have to hire a lawyer, and I really don't want to go through all that hassle. I really don't. I'm back. My back. Yes. Good old Spider-Man. I did like that. That was actually pretty funny. Talking about Intrigue's knee hair someday may wonder if it's hairier above the knee or, wait for it, Bologna. Yeah. Hey, you pronounce it Bologna or Bologna, I'm subbing. Okay, well, you know what? I see the word and I say it looks like bologna. When I say it in the store, I say bologna. So, yeah. Bruce says, we have the Orville. Yes, we do. We actually had a big scandal here in Slovakia. One guy got his good knee fixed. Well, is that good? Wesley says, all I want is good Orville. Really, really good Orville. Well, hopefully we will have that. Admiral Saval says, yo, hey, Admiral, good to see you, my friend. Godspeed says, will Lore and your church help out with the chores and things and maybe bring you free dinners? I know they would if I asked them to, but I don't know that that'll be necessary. But, because I'll be honest with, with my back the way it is, I haven't done much around the house anyway. Joshua and Mrs. Anchecker have been taking care of everything. And as far as meals, well, I honestly, even though I can cook, I don't cook often, and that makes Mrs. Anchecker mad at me sometimes because I should cook more and I can cook well. Marlena says, yesteryear, thank you. That's the episode. I love yesteryear. It's a great episode. And let's see. Antrigger, what odds would you give for Star Trek Picard being good? 10 to 1, 5 to 1? I would say I'll give it a 17% chance that it will be good. Let's see. UO Admiral Saval super chat from yesterday's stream. He threw right out. Yeah, you're right. Thank you, Josh, for reminding me. And then there's Admirals. So, show them all. Super chats, Uber chats, mega chats, BIRDOPREY, and Redneck chat. Now, technically, Admiral, I think that $50 doesn't quite cover all of that, but I will finish the show by doing that in just a few minutes. And although the last one, of course, will be the desk. Hello, world. And Night Breeze puts a buck in, wants the Hypno Turd. I'll get that in a minute, Night Breeze. You guys in your Hypno Turd. My problem with the Mosley story is the same problem I have with my own workplace, where the weak weaponize HR. Nobody comes to you and tells you anything to your face anymore. Yeah, and here's the thing. Yeah, HR, I understand. You know, if you have for someone who is at your workplace constantly saying things that are inappropriate, then, you know, yes, you should first express to that person, hey, that's inappropriate. If that person doesn't respond, or if for whatever reason you're intimidated by talking to that person, then you go to your supervisor and tell your supervisor, hey, this person's doing this stuff that's offensive. Can you please do something about it? And if your supervisor doesn't do it, or if your supervisor is in fact the person that does it, then you go above them. Then you would go to HR if necessary. However, yeah, when obviously Mosley wasn't like insulting anybody or anything like that, and it didn't sound like he uses that term on a regular basis. So yeah, I don't get it. That's funny though, Darren. That's twice you've used the term weaponized today. If you want his attention, you should write it like at Anti-Trekker. Yes, thank you. That if somebody was trying to get my attention and you don't put at Anti-Trekker in there, I may not see it, and especially when I get way behind in the chat. So please do that if you have something in particular you want me to see, because yeah, I try to read all the chats that are addressed to me. I can't read every chat because I'd be here, well, until everybody just left because they got bored. We could send Bert a cake in Space Engineers. Absolutely. We'll make him a cake. That's going to be the plan. So Thomas, you are in charge of making the cake. He quit because he got to know Disco. I don't know. Yeah, boy. Yeah. And Ramesir says, good luck with the knee. You got it, my friend. Well, a total of $70 work for all the Admiral. So there's another 20 in there. You know what? I didn't do the math, but I will say, sure, $70 is good for playing everything. So because you're being very, very kind, Admiral. And I do truly appreciate it. Just don't give more than you can afford to, my friend. As much as I appreciate it, I don't want you to, hurt yourself giving me money. I just want you can minorly inconvenience yourself giving me money, but don't hurt yourself giving me money. All right, so with all that, I am going to wrap it up here, guys, but we are going to do a couple things. I owe Night Breeze a little bit of Hypno Turd action, and then we're going to play every single super chat, which is going to take a couple minutes. And so let's get right into it. But although Godspeed says, question, if I moved to America and had a kid, would I get into trouble? I wouldn't want him to say Pledge of Allegiance. It depends on where you live, honestly. It's not like there's a law that says you have to say the Pledge of Allegiance. There isn't. And most states, like I know that in Oregon, they almost never say it anyway. So if you were in the American South, yeah, prepare to be, sent to prison or something. But if you are in PayPal credit, gotcha. But if you are, if you're in the South, yeah, you could have problems with that. But if you're on the West Coast or the Northeast or something, nobody's going to care. All right, so let's first of all get over here.
All hail the Hypno Turd.
you must give to the Hypnoturd, for the Hypnoturd knows you. The Hypnoturd is in you. Every thought you've ever had is part of the Hypnoturd. You will kneel before the Hypnoturd.
No, please, I don't want to go. I don't want to go, please. No, I don't want to go. No. Why would you do this to your fans, you heartless monster?
I'm a better female character than you.
You would be if you didn't spend all your time with that temper tantrum meme guy.
At least I'm not the one on a show with a questionable acronym.
Take it back.
No.
Yes.
So that was Super Chat. So for those of you that are always trying to
Sorry to bother you.
I jumped the gun there. For those of you always trying to figure out which one is which, that was Super Chat number 2. This is Super Chat number 3. And now Super Chat number 4. And of course, that was the original Feces and Lorehead. Super Chat 5.
In deepest squat, on coldest seat, bite your lip and grab 3 sheets. In brownest night, in daylight too. Beware my power, Brown Lantern's poo! Hey, didn't we do this joke already?
Super Chat number 6.
Ah, the suffering. I have such sights to show. Oh, that. Oh. What's the.
Super Chat 7. Which, by the way, Super Chat 7 was one of the first original Super Chats when I first started this channel. Super Chat 8.
Oh, yeah.
True story on how we met, by the way. Oh, and Life with Matthew, it was Joshua that came up with the actual dialogue for Brown Lantern. And I realized I didn't tell my 9/11 story, so after I finish the Super Chats, I'll do that, then we'll get to the Ubers. So Super Chat 9.
Wait, is this right?
Super Chat 10. Another one of the early ones. Super Chat 11.
Hey, guys. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Lore Reloaded. I am the Lore Reloaded, your wondrous host.
What the? You're so bad that when you come on screen, people don't drink. They punch themselves in the dick for 5 straight minutes.
Super Chat 13.
I am Lore Reloaded, here to get this entire thing started here for Lore.
You just tripped over something that was so obvious.
And John DeMarco's taking off. Have a good one, John. Meanwhile, Super Chat 14 is where we're at.
Okay, Dad, let me get this helmet off here and...
F*** you, Luke Skywalker. Lousy and great. Hate that kid.
Super Chat 15.
Sir, we are being hailed. On screen. What is your problem?
I am Lore.
Do you need help?
I have a YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Lore Reloaded.
Let me guess, the rubber band broke, right?
I make YouTube go.
Super chat number 16, I think we're on.
Heart attack.
Well, that was easier than I expected. This is going to be a great day. And now, off to my first day of work on Endor.
And by the way, Aaron, no, I have not heard about an audio series remake of Space 1999, so I don't have an opinion on it yet, but I think that would be cool if well done. Number 17.
Hey, you want to learn about Jesus?
There's no such thing as hooker-client confidentiality.
Now, fun fact on this one is that if you look behind Lore Reloaded's bloated feminine body here, you will notice that BIRDOPREY is the person he was just servicing. That in the Jeep on the side of the road there is BIRDOPREY.
Hey, you want to learn about Jesus?
There's no such thing as hooker-client confidentiality.
Number 18.
I have to save that old person. Well, thank you very much for helping me steal this.
Super chat 19.
Presenting the newest incarnation of the Joker.
What? What are you talking about? That's not the Joker. That's just some guy.
Oh, right. Sorry. This is the new incarnation of the Joker.
Oh, great.
Oh my goodness, it's Ronald McDonald's disembodied head!
And Live with Matthew, you're right. I should not have said bloated. I didn't say feminist. I said feminine. I meant to say feminine. Maybe I did say feminist. But yes, I shouldn't say bloated. That could be taken as negative. Number 20, by the way.
Anal natrach, was betad, doch hier dienle.
Ariel natris oris bazi bedhead duchel dementa. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
And Kronos just likes that there's another BIRDOPREY super chat on number 20 there. And by the way, Darren, in answer to your question, I don't know if the hooker is a sex therapist, then yeah, I guess there would be a hooker-client confidentiality there. But now, on to number 21.
And pork. It is with cooking with the pork and the pork. The guy with the cow, and we're gonna make the kelp. Here's bring out the kelp.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, kelp, get it in the pot.
Get in the pot here.
And then we stir the kelp. That's a good kelp.
Okay.
Number 22. Mr. Miles' favorite right here. And number 24.
What's up, guys? This is James from the Lore Reloaded. I am your lore master to... Oh God! Not again! Oh.
Huh? Well, I know, I skipped 23 just to be a jerk, so we'll go back and do 23. And Mr. Miles is telling a half-truth there. He is correct that they did bribe me to take that one off the Super Chat list, but then others bribed me to put it back. So he's only telling half the story. Number 25.
This isn't the first time I've been tormented by a poop emoji.
Whew, man. And number 26.
The toast and eggs are really good, but there seems to be something missing. Yeah. That's what you're having for breakfast? That simply won't do. Follow me instead. What kind of place are you taking us to? A place that will introduce you to Frosted Fruity Holes. Not only does it have 4 unique fruity flavors, but it also has a glazed frost that makes it extra yummy. How do they get so deliciously frosty? The frostiness of Frosted Fruity Holes, of course, comes from this hole. Part of a complete nutritious breakfast.
And finally, for the regular Super Chats, number 27. Hey, Joshua, I just want to make sure you knew I had a new Super Chat idea for you. Hey,
Oh, no more Super Chats, you bastard!
Stop hiding people's faces to avoid lip sync. All right, so now, real quick, before we get to the Uber Chats, let me tell you real quick my 9/11 story, and as far as, you know, because everybody has a different, you know, that remembers when they were at Bruce wants to see 23 again. I will play it in just a moment, my friend. So back on September 11th, 2001, I was a field technician for Comcast at the time. And when the initial attack happened, I was actually on my way to work. Well, I was actually getting ready for work, I should say. It was just coming on the news when the about a horrible accident where a plane hit the World Trade Center, and then but I had to go to work. So I get into my van, and because we were allowed to take our company vans home, so I get in the van, I'm warming it up, getting ready to head into the office, and I turn on the radio, and of course they're still talking about it. And then I hear on the radio on the way that a second airplane crashed into the World Trade Center, and that now, of course, everybody was absolutely certain that this was an attack. So I get to the office. Everybody, of course, is glued to the television sets, but even though we would rather just watch the news, we do need to get our equipment and go out there and help people with their cable. So go out there. I'm doing, at the time I was a repair technician doing internet service. So I was going to this lady who's having trouble with her internet, little old lady, knocked on the door. She answers, and she's just the sweetest little old lady. And she's like, "Oh, hi, honey. How are you doing today?" And I said, "Well, considering the news out of New York, I'm hanging in there okay." And she's like, "Well, what news?" And then I realized she had no idea. And I was about to tell her that the United States had just been attacked. And so I said, "Well, ma'am, you know, the World Trade Center building in New York?" And she's like, "Oh, yeah, it's a beautiful building." I said, "Yeah, well, it's gone." And she's like, "What do you mean gone?" I mean, it is gone. And she, "What are you talking about?" I said, turn on the TV." "What channel?" "Any channel." And so she turns the TV, and sure enough, you know, as anybody that remembers that day, every single channel was showing the Trade Center coming down over and over and over ad nauseum all day long. And she just collapsed in her chair and started crying. And I felt so horrible, but, you know, what was I supposed to do? So that's my 9/11 story. And I feel so bad. I think about that little old lady every year on 9/11. And it just makes me sad. I'm sure she's passed away by now because she had to be in her later 80s when I met her. But that's just, that was so, I felt so bad that I absolutely ruined her day, you know? And so, yeah. Scientific Line says it will still hurt you unlisted, so you need to move them to a secondary channel. But that's such a hassle to try and move it to, I don't know. What I may do is, I don't know. I mean, I know that some people like Midnight's Edge has a streaming channel that they use separate from their primary channel. Maybe I'll do something like that. I don't know. But the problem is that, yeah, it just sucks. Yeah, but I'll try to figure something out. Thomas says, my second day of high school was 9/11. They didn't tell us what was going on. Well, that's kind of messed up. And Darren says, I just gotten home from work when the 9/11 story broke. Back then I used to subscribe to the Naked News website, but that day they directed all their subscribers to actual news. Wow, you know, although Darren, I wouldn't have pegged you as a Naked News kind of guy, but that's cool that they did that. And I'll tell you, I've never subscribed to the Naked News. I've seen clips from their website, and it seemed so bizarre. I don't know if they're even still on, to be honest with you. But I was so bizarre because it's, at least to me, when I watched it, it's not sexy at all. It's just a person straight up reading the news and taking off their clothes like it's nothing. You know, they're just like, oh yeah, by the way, here's what's going on in politics today. And I'm, okay, that's just kind of weird. At least you didn't find out when she was all alone. Well, there's that, Matthew. I'll give you that. And Mr. Miles said, I was in high school too on 9/11. They didn't inform us till the afternoon. Wow. That's messed up. And Darren says it was a trial subscription. Sure. And Thomas says, Flight 93 crashed 79 miles from my house. It's only an hour and a half drive. That's a little too close to home for me. I'm glad that, yeah, we didn't have anything like that on the West Coast at the time. All right, so let's get back to it, shall we? We got lots and lots to do here before I can sign off. So first of all, all right, so now we've gotten through all the super chats and number 23 twice. So now it's time to move on to the Uber level. Thank you again, Admiral. So let's start out with Uber number 1.
This is CNN.
Enough about politics. I'm hot. I'm gonna dance for you.
And by the way, Thomas, you're right. Morbo was the best news anchor. And in other news, doom! So, UBERCHAT number 2.
In the tradition of our Vulcan ways, the two of you must fight to the death and Kunat Kalafi.
I don't think this is really all that fair.
I have to choose a winner, and the winner is DJ.
What?
What?
What can I say? I love bunnies.
And it is true, Mrs. Anti-Tracker does love bunnies. Number 3.
Dad, do you think you could start eating healthier? Well, I got this apple for you here.
I don't care, you.
My, how the tables have turned.
What tables? Go make me another super chat.
Oh, bollocks.
By the way, for those of you that don't know, that was a reference to the fact that the last chair that I had actually did break one day, which was humiliating. Number 4.
I now pronounce you man and turd. You may now kiss.
Joshua, what are you doing?
Nothing. I'm definitely not making you kiss Law. I repeat, I am not making you kiss Law. I'm definitely not. Hello, unfortunately there's not going to be a part 4. Dad just fixed the computer and he promises not to destroy it again as long as I don't do another one of those, so there's going to be no part 4. Wait, hold on, I just got a text message. Please do these videos, part 4 is very anticipated. Nope, I quit.
Get him.
Sing it! Sing it! Sing it!
UBERCHAT, number 5.
I am pleased to announce that all of you will be superheroes in this team.
Yay!
Except you, William.
Wait, how come?
It is because you are a straight, white, heteronormative Christian man without disabilities of any kind.
I just thought I could help serve others by becoming a superhero. Yeah, we're leaving. You're a terrible leader.
Yes, the Affirmative Action League. I always love that title. Number 6.
You're wrong, Your Highness. I am lore reloaded. A lore master. Like my father before me.
So be it, Law Master. If you not be turned, you will be destroyed. You will pay the price for not going with the studio's vision.
Father, please!
Huh?
No, I'm good. Number 7.
So, does anybody really know why we're fighting anyway?
Well, I think... Hey, didn't he vote for Trump?
He did. Get him!
Get him!
Get him!
So remember, if anyone has an opinion, they're probably wrong.
Now we know!
And knowing is half the battle.
Number 8. Getting towards the end, UBERCHAT number 9. Well, all right, well, let's beam down to the planet. Energize, Mr. Scott.
Aye, Captain.
Welcome aboard the USS Discovery.
There's got to be some kind of other universe, right? Please, send me back. Oh my God, send me back. I beg you, no, send me back. Oh. Numero 10.
Hello, everybody. Is your front yard not growing according to your plan? Are you unable to eradicate those pesky, rebellious crackers? Call us. I am the lawn master, and everything will grow according to my design. Do it. Do it.
Wow. All right. So now we got 2 more. Looks like 11.
But here's what we're gonna do. It's a beautiful day in Caroga. Of course, it's time to protect the Caroga homelands. Ah, shit! We're already taking shots. What the hell was that? What? Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Who shot me? Who shot me? Where's the body? There it is. God damn it. God damn it. It would help if it was telling me where people were shooting from. Fuck! Or Alamarine, if you can see. Alamarine, you'll come with me. Alamarine.
And finally, UBERCHAT number 12. By the way, Thomas, Captain George, yes, he did. I did hear back from him. He has actually been dealing with a similar situation as me as far as dealing with some back pain and stuff. And also, he's been out of town. That's why we've been able to get a hold of him. Number 12. Okay, you're going to play? Let's try it again.
I left the chips on your ship? What chips? What's a chip? You left chips on the ship. I don't even know what the hell a chip is. You mean like computers? I don't see anything on the ship. Am I missing something? Oh, right there. I am missing something. What the hell is that?
Roger base, preparing to fire weapons at lowest settings in 3, 2.
Shoot the son of a bitch, says Chief Cook. Kronos is lonely. Wesley says you missed. It was a warning.
And weapons test appears to be successful. Base, we success. Wait. Was BIRDOPREY on that ship? Wait, I think I see a life pod out there. BIRDOPREY, can you hear me? BIRDOPREY, are you okay? No! God damn it! Are you crying, Bird? Why do you hate me? I'm not crying. I've got soot in my eyes.
And by the way, Lucky Ned Pepper was asking about the falling Palpatine. Yeah, I didn't see that. I must have not brought it over to this computer. I'm gonna have to find that file. So we are on getting there. We're getting to the mega chats now. So here we go. Mega chat number 1.
Oh, what is this? A female of the skunk persuasion. She is so stunning, I must...
Hey, what are you doing? Stop objectifying that cat.
What is this? She is a cat? Oh, I'm so sorry. I did not know.
Oh, what? Because she's a cat, she's not good enough for you?
No. But we are not even the same species, so...
Oh, so now you're cat shaming.
No. I am just...
Get him! Oh, so objectifying women and cat shaming is not bad enough? Now you have to make fun of the disabled? Jeez.
Mega chat. Oh, jeez. Number 2. Alexander, you'll be happy.
The board vessel's moving into range.
On screen.
Let's get lost in that magic place all alone now. Drink a fill from my fountain of love, wet your lips. I'm a man, I'm a teaser, I'm a man, well I'm a virgin, I'm a man, I'm a one-night stand, a man, I'm a man, I'm a man, I'm a dream, I'm a dream divine, make love together.
He's dead.
Mega chat number 3. Uh-oh. Mega Chat number 4.
I may have a It's not clean. Repeat, I do not have a clean Take the bloody
Oh, that's just still bad. Mega Chat number 5.
In the great bowl of the Justice League, there floats the world's 4 greatest turds. Created from cosmic indigestion, Super Turd. Wonder Turd. Bat Turd. Aqua Turd. And those 2 junior Super Turds, Lore Reloaded and Punchy the Wonder Cat.
Oh, jeez. All right, so now I'm going to take a break from the Mega Chats for a minute, and we're going to go to the Bird and Redneck chats for a very specific reason, which we'll get to in a minute. Stromer is upset because Lore Nipple's not what you tuned in for. I'm sorry. But here we go. Bird Chat 1.
Captain's log, stardate 44307.3. I'm preparing to leave my shuttlecraft for Pentaris 5, where I've been asked to mediate a dispute among the Salinite miners, a contentious group, unfortunately prone to violence. But first, I must deal with a situation of a far more personal nature.
What better way to get first-hand experience?
Captain, I'm picking up a general distress signal from BIRDOPREY 5.
On screen.
Feel the fire, feel my love inside you so bright. There's the sound and the smell of love on my mind. I'm your toy, come play with me. Say the word now. Wrap your legs around me. Ride me tonight.
My love is a fever, longing still for that which longer nurseth the disease.
I'm a man, I'm a goddess. I'm a man, I'm a virgin. I'm a man, I'm a blue movie. I'm a man, I'm a bitch. I'm a man, I'm a geyser. I'm a man, I'm a little girl. And we'll make love together. This sounds very pedo-ish.
In faith, I do not love thee with mine eyes, for they in thee 1,000 errors see, but 'tis my heart that loves what they despise, who, in despite of view, art pleased to dote. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate.
What? Oh my God.
When I have plucked the rose, I cannot give it vital growth again. It needs, must wither.
Why are you singing these things? Music to make love to an old ladybug.
You wonderfully jealous fool, you.
Wow, well that's basically rape. That is rape as a song. Congratulations. I gotta go turn myself in.
And by the way, Lucky Ned, that is it's kind of hard to say who's really the worst singer, Bird or Lore. Some people like Lore better. Some people like Bird better. It's a matter of personal choice. And Dr. Alex, good to see you, my friend. Haven't seen you in a while. So it's been very busy on the personal side. Good things, but time consuming. Also editing brand new Doctor Who. Hope to premiere on Fridays. Fingers crossed. Very good, my friend. And so finally, Bird Chat number 2.
This is the story of the unsung hero of the Klingon Empire, Joe. Joe was the only Klingon in history to dare to call Captain James T. Kirk a coward and live. Joe not only fought the mighty Captain Kirk to a standstill, he also beat the legendary Montgomery Scott in hand-to-hand combat. Joe had a plan to overthrow his commander Kang by tricking Kang into fighting against Kirk. But the fight was interrupted by several Starfleet officers. Joe then made the mistake of trying to fight Spock in hand-to-hand combat. Spock used a Vulcan nerd pinch on Joe, causing severe nerd damage. It was years before Joe could even speak again. To this day, Joe has been unable to walk. However, he has managed to build up a strangely successful singing career.
Alamarain, count to 4. Alamarain, then 3 more. Alamarain, if you can see. Alamarain, you'll come with me. Alamarain, count to 4. Alamarain, then 3 more. Alamarain, if you can see. Alamarain, you'll come with me. Alamarain, count to 4. Alamarain, then 3 more. Alamarain, if you can see. Alamarain, you'll come with me. Alamarain, count to 4. Alamarain, then 3 more. Alamarain, if you can see. Alamarain, then you'll come with me.
Thanks, Joe, for being an inspiration for every brain-damaged Klingon out there.
Yes, Joe, thank you for being an inspiration to all the brain-damaged Klingons. Now, for the explanation to why I skipped the last couple of Mega Chats, because Redneck Chat 1 is actually the first part of a 2-part story, but the second part of that story is Mega Chat number 6. So, first let's do Redneck Chat number 1.
And introducing Bearded Spock with his amazing dyslexia powers.
Good thing the wife doesn't realize I actually like STD. Well, what she doesn't know won't hurt her.
Oh, Dr. Alex, I just can't believe this. Michael actually likes Star Trek Discovery. I don't know what to do. I think I want to be with you.
Bridget, this is so unexpected. You want to run away with me? I don't know what to say. I'm a little concerned. I mean, Anti-Trekker's a bit bigger than me. I think he's at least 2 inches taller.
Actually, he's only 3 feet tall.
3 foot? I knew it. I knew that hatch was for him as a dwarf.
Actually, he's not a dwarf.
What?
He has big hairy feet. He's a hobbit.
And his feet are furry? He's a hobbit. Oh my god. He's just not to be trusted. Quick, run away with me, now that I know that I'm twice as tall. His little legs will never catch us.
Oh, yes. Yes. Let's run away together.
So, that, of course, is Redneck Chat number 1. That's part 1 of the story where Mrs. Anti-Trekker runs off with Dr. Alex, but we find out that there's more to it than just that.
Oh, dear God, that blow to the head. That hurt. Oh, whoa. However, through the pain, STD suddenly doesn't seem quite so bad. Maybe I was wrong about Anti-Trekker after all.
Now BIRDOPREY 5, I cannot order a mafia hit against the Anti-Trekker for you. Due to you asking for that, I will be reporting you to the local and federal authorities.
Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch!
Alright, so I do love that one. So, but the greatest mega chat of them all, of course. And Dr. Alex, you came at just the right time so you could actually see this. Because, well, here we go. The ultimate mega chat.
Spinning Spock has space dyslexia. Next on Six Sad World.
Laura, this sucks. Let's go get some money. Hi. I'm Feces. This is Lorehead. Can we have some money?
Feces? Loreface? What kind of names are those?
My name is Lorehead, sir. Lorehead. Like, my head is full of lore. Get it?
Yeah. And I'm Feces. Like poop.
Anyway, boys, I sure could use a hand from a couple of strong young lads.
Okay.
You see, I've been stuck in this dang old hospital bed for nigh about a decade now, and I can't adjust it quite right. Can you boys reach that lever under the bed?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. Just give it a nice hard yank.
He said yank.
Yeah.
Hey, baby, come to Lorehead.
Laura, what are you doing with that lever? Come on, man, I want to turn.
Son of a bitch! You stupid kids, you don't ever listen. What the hell am I supposed to do now?
I don't know.
Damn it.
Okay, so that is all of the super chats, all of it. But we oh, that's weird. Why is that box like it's usually transparent? That's like really bizarre. So let's make that disappear. Hold on. Is that there? Make it go away for a minute. All right, so we actually have a special guest just showed up because Dr. Alex is here.
Hey guys.
So we promised Dr. Alex that the next time he was here, and it wasn't too early in the morning, that me and Mrs. Antichecker would sample Dr. Alex's home-brewed mead, which is right here. So while that last couple of super chats were playing, I texted Mrs. Antichecker so that she could bring this up. So I'm going to grab a little glass for her. Here you go, babe. And a little glass for me. And so smells like beer. So let's
I think it smells more like wine.
All right, so let's yeah, I guess yeah,
Yeah.
Kind of, all right, so
Tastes like wine to me.
Tastes like a light white wine.
Yeah.
It's not bad though. And I don't generally like wine, but I like that it's not overpowering with the flavor.
Yeah, I agree.
So, and Dr. Alex says hi to you, by the way.
Hi, Dr. Alex.
I didn't say to say anything like that. So there you go, Dr. Alex. So it does get the official Mrs. Antichecker seal of approval of fine alcoholic beverages from England. And Nightbreeze, by the way, says all hail the great queen of Kurdistan.
Hello, my loyal subjects.
And so Corona says, what's wrong with beer? Nothing's wrong with beer per se, but I'm just not a big fan of beer. And so just my own personal taste. I'm more into hard spirits. So Dr. Alex says, yeah, it's honey wine. It's got 16 to 18% alcohol. So a little bit stronger than a typical wine. And that was Mrs. Antichecker's phone going off. And she is taking off, and actually I'm going to take off as well because it is really late for me doing a stream on this day, and I've got way too much work to do. But thank you all for hanging out with me. Dr. Alex, glad we finally got to sample your mead. It is very good. And until next time, guys, take care. I don't know exactly what time I'll be streaming tomorrow night because I do work tomorrow, but it's confusing as to I'm not even sure what my schedule is yet. So we'll find out then. And Bruce says, dude, I'm not sure why. Did you? Oh, is DJ here? I didn't even see. Wow, DJ, welcome. Good to see you up and about, or lying down and about, or whatever you happen to be doing. I don't know. For all we know, you could be in the ICU right now typing on your phone. But glad to see that you are indeed still kicking, DJ, as always. And I see, and DJ did say, hail Miss Sanctuary Queen of all turds, all bow down before your queen. Thank you, DJ. And I am, yeah. So, mead, dilly. What? What's wrong with mead? Don't you like it? Oh, Bruce is like, oh, her voice. That's what you say. Yeah, she's got a great voice, but let me tell you, her voice isn't the best part. But anyway, you guys take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And Bird should be streaming, well, right about now. So BIRDOPREY, take it away any minute. So everybody should go over to BIRDOPREY 5's channel, watch his stream. I'm sure his will be a much more serious memorial for 9/11 than watching a bunch of silly cartoons. Take care, guys, and have a wonderful day.